smoke a cigar before going to bed. That'll be all for now, Stephen.
Yes, sir.
Kay, you're worried about something. I wish you'd tell me what it is.
Wouldn't you be upset if you gave a reception and your guest of honor didn't appear?
Is that all?
Isn't that enough?
Yes, I suppose it is, but I rather thought you might be worrying about that old Hungarian gypsy you brought back with you. I understand she died tonight.
Queen Zimba?
Queen? That old swamp cat with a cabin full of dried lizards and stuffed toads? It's good riddance if you ask me.
How did you know she was dead?
That sort of news travels fast. One of the farmhands told me. He also said you were there when she died.
I'd hope no one knew that.
Why? She died of a heart attack. Certainly your being there could have no bearing on it.
Oh, they'll ask questions. What was I doing there? What brought on the attack? And if I told them, no one around here would believe it. Oh, what do they know of these occult matters? Blind fools.
Kay, I think it's about time I talked to you frankly. We're not blind and we're not fools. We're just plain, sensible people that refuse to be fooled by a lot of supernatural nonsense.
Nonsense?
Exactly. There's no magic in dried lizards and dead chickens.
Ever since you met this Count Alucard in Budapest, you've changed. I hardly know you.
Kay, let me take you away from all this morbid business. A 6 months honeymoon, a year if you like. We won't come back here until you've overcome some of these strange ideas.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Does that mean you're breaking our engagement?
Oh, no. You mustn't even think that.
Then what is it, Kay? There must be some reason.
Of course there's a reason, Frank. Since we were kids, there's never been anyone in my heart but you. You know that. But, well, don't ever doubt me, Frank. No matter what happens, believe in me. Believe that what I'm doing is best for us both.
Has it anything to do with Alucard? I see. I'm afraid there's something I must tell you, Kay. Alucard is an imposter, a fake.
How can you say such a thing?
I wrote to Senator Manfield. His reply informed me that Count Alucard is not known at the Hungarian embassy.
You must be very proud of that bit of snooping.
I only did what any man would do to protect the girl he intends to marry.
Miss Kay!
Dr. Brewster, is there anything I can do?
No, you stay here. Keep the party moving.
Oh.
Father!
Get some water!
Looks like the colonel fell asleep and dropped his cigar. That's what started the fire.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. There's no evidence of asphyxiation. His heart might have stopped beating before the fire. He might even have died in his sleep.
He looks as though he were literally frightened to death.
It's purely a reflex of the facial muscles.
Doctor, what are those 2 marks on the throat? They don't look like burns.
Come, Claire. I think you'd better go.
Announce Count Alucard. Explain that I came by motor and was delayed.
I'm sorry, sir, but Colonel Caldwell died tonight, and the family isn't receiving.
Announce me.
Yes, sir.
Central. I called Professor Lazlo at Muirfield University about half an hour ago. Will you please take the call for me? This is Dr. Harry Brewster, 228. Thank you. Hello? Yes, this is Harry Brewster speaking. Fine, thank you. Why, I called to find out if you know anything about a titled Hungarian family named Alucard. A-L-U-C-A-R-D.
Alucard? No. I'm sure there is no such family. The name is not Hungarian.
Well, can you tell me, is it possible there's a Count Dracula still living?
Dracula? I'm sure there is not. History says the last Count Dracula died in the Middle Ages. Why do you ask?
A certain Count Alucard is visiting a friend of mine. I happen to notice that the name spelled backward is Dracula. It made me curious.
That is strange. According to the legends of my people, the last Count Dracula became one of the undead, a vampire, and was finally destroyed in the 19th century. I am considered somewhat of an authority on the subject.
I know, Professor. That's why I called you. If this man is an imposter, why should he assume that name of all others?
Oh, he wouldn't, not if he was sane. In Transylvania, the name is associated only with evil. I advise you to be very careful of that man.
Well, from your tone, I gather you don't entirely disbelieve the legends of the former Dracula.
In my research, I have uncovered data which I cannot entirely disprove. I do not say I believe, but in honesty, I cannot say I disbelieve. I repeat, be very, very careful of that man.
I will, Professor. Thank you very much. Goodbye, sir.